Hey man, how's it going?
Man, it's crazy out here, man.
Man, I had a whole thing lined up to talk to you here, but now I just want to hear about this rainstorm, man. That was crazy.
Man, you see what I just posted?
Yeah, I just saw that, man. Look,
I'm in
it's
the two-seat. I'm in the coupe. It's raining. The water start coming through the car. Let me step out here. Now it stop as soon as I get home.
it's it's how it
Ain't that,
always works.
as soon as you get home, it stop raining. That's some bullshit.
And where are you located at right now? Where's the
I'm
storm at?
down Miami. Florida crazy. It rain every
Okay.
day. Last 6, 7 days.
Yeah, it gets pretty hectic down there. Rain, storms, everything.
Out of nowhere, though, it was just a flood in 10 minutes.
Well, hey, I want to thank you for sitting down with us here tonight. You're a new artist on our platform, and with a lot of the new artists, I kind of want to give our fans an introduction to you. So, can you talk a little bit about, um, your life growing up? Like, was music something that you were always inclined to do, or was this something that kind of jumped in a little later?
Music was like like my bros and shit. They was on the rap shit. I ain't had nothing to do with this. Like it just happened randomly for me because I was bored and I just tried it. And they told me I couldn't do it. Like when people tell me I can't do something, I just go crazy with that shit. So I just stuck to it cause I was some shit. Like my old music, I be begging people like delete this, please don't listen to them songs. Like so I just, when people tell me I can't do something, I really just go above and beyond and go crazy with this shit.
Absolutely. So, getting in a little bit into the DC rap game where you came up in, and talk a little bit about the influence of Gogo. Did you see that influence a lot of DC music, or was that kind of the DC rap music, I mean, or was that just something that they kind of stood separately?
Of course, Gogo had like a big influence on, I feel like everybody. If you say you ain't get nothing from Gogo and you from the area, like you really wasn't outside. Like, I don't know, like Gogo for real put me in front of my first shows, 5,000 plus people. Like, so when I started doing big rap shows and shit, opening up for people, it was like, I'm used to this by now. Like, it's easy because I already did this at Gogo. So this rap shit was really easy with the crowd shit. Like, people like, how you so good with the crowds and all that. Like, I was jumping in crowds at
Right,
Gogo.
right.
So, yeah, phone calls.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
My
No
fault.
worries. And yeah,
I had to
and Go-Go is, it's high energy, and it's something that I think lends itself really well to performing. So I'm glad that, a lot of people, you can put a good track out, but if you can't perform that track, you're gonna lose a lot of fans when you go see it live.
facts. Like, your performance got to be everything. Like, I got old Go-Go videos on YouTube. You go type in HQB from like 2010, 2011, high quality band. You see me up there, dreadlocks, standing on speakers, shaking them, going crazy in the crowd, no shirt on. Like, so the rap shit was easy. It's like I'm still having fun with this shit.
Yeah, and how have you seen the evolution of rap performances too? Because even in the time frames from when I started listening about 10 years ago was when I started really getting into hip hop music. And not that it's not exciting in its own way, but when you compare it to some of the like punk shows and the like people jumping into crowds and everything like that, kind of how have you seen the live performance evolve, and how have you felt like you've stayed with it?
I don't know, I just be having fun with that shit. Like, I don't think, like, if people who know me, like, they know I don't think, I just do. Like, no matter what it is, music, if something jump in my head, jump in the crowd, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna do it. Like, all my shows, people be scared to get off that stage and go in that crowd. I'm going wherever I wanna go. Like, man, I know my men got me. I don't need security now. I know my bros got me. So, whatever we
Absolutely.
do, we're gonna do it. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna enjoy ourselves. We're gonna make other people enjoy themselves. Wet the club up, like whatever jump in my head.
I mean, it's good. It's good. I have a question. So this is kind of how we can link, DC to Minneapolis, where I'm at. Are you familiar with Solrock the Goddess? She's from out in DC. If I can give you any bit of like homework to do, this girl, this woman from DC, is one incredible lyricist, incredible artist. She's signed to Rhymesayers, which is here out of the Twin Cities here. But definitely, I just want to throw that out to you. It's one of my favorites, and she's a DC artist as well.
What's her name? I'm about to write it down. I like checking out new artists.
Solrock, S-A-R-O-C. And what we talk about that, you know, what I did also want to talk about a little bit was just how you saw your own growth. You know, coming from, you started, it was about 2016 when you started really releasing a lot of music on SoundCloud, then coming to Legwalk, and then, you know, what was it like getting to the point where you became an internet meme with All Talk and seeing that virality?
Man, I done been memes like every year. Like, it's always stupid shit. Like I say, I don't think, I just do. I be having fun, and people always catch me in the moment. I feel like the camera always on me. That's why I feel like I'm always a meme and shit like that. But like my first meme, I was like a meme at Morgan State with a cup in my hand, and everybody went crazy with that one. Like the meme, that shit just been happening. So when the All Talk shit happened, I was like, oh shit, here we go. But this was the first time it happened with music.
Right.
So I was like, this shit might really help. Like, cause Complex posted me like 2 years ago. I was on a plane having a staring contest with a baby. Like, the baby was staring at me, and I was just staring back. Like, what you looking at? But this was the first time, and people were saying they always post when you do like dumb shit or funny shit, but they never post your music. So
right.
Besides that, so this was the first time that happened. So I like had a great feeling about it, and it definitely did what it did. Got a nigga a deal and all this cool shit.
And do you see that, you know, you have the idea of being memed and put your music to stuff like that, but how have you felt about seeing TikTok come into this big rise that it's been, and people being able to put songs out that kind of are perfect for TikTok? Like, some people drop hits just knowing that, like, I hope this gets TikTok.
I feel like people be forcing that shit though. Like, motherfuckers like, I'm about to go, like, motherfuckers wake up like, today I'm gonna make a TikTok song. Yeah. Like, you can't force that shit, it just gotta happen. Like, I don't force myself to record. It's rare that you see me at a studio just in there. Like, when rappers go to the studio, I'm about to go book a 4-hour session. I don't do that. It's like, it's rare that I do that. Like, my manager probably make me do that like once every other month or some shit like that. I really just sit in my house, and whenever I think of something, I come in here and just record it. Like, I don't force myself to make music no more. I got enough music. If I stop recording right now today, I could stop recording music today and not record another song until 2022, and I could drop all hits.
Absolutely, and I think that's important to focus on, you know, making music that speaks to yourself. So when you're in that right mindset and you're making that music, I think that is way more important than, you know, I need to put a track out to put a track. And I get both sides of it from the business standpoint, but I think people are going to relate a lot more heavily to the stuff that when it comes to you, you put it out just out of your head.
You just gotta have fun with this shit. Like, you can't force it. You gotta let that shit happen. Just come to you. Like, All Talk was the most randomest song I ever recorded. Motherfucker, like, all right, so I've been rapping. I don't even think I told nobody this. Like, I was rapping for a couple years. Boom, my mother was like with the shit. Like, boom, you making a lot of little money off music and shit like that. I see it. I wasn't having no jobs. Jobs weren't for me. I already had in my head, I'm not getting no job ever. Like, so one day my mother came. I think she was like giving me little hints, like, you need to get a job. I'm like, she tripping. Like, fuck. I called my engineer, like, she ain't here tripping, bro. I need to get up out of here. She talking about get a job. I'm like, hell no. So I go stay at the studio, and I'm just in that junk. I sleep. I took a blanket in there. I took my Xbox in there. I was just in there for a couple of days. I was like, I need to break away from my mother. She's tripping, talking about get a job. That's not the one. So All Talk just happened. Like, I was mad. I'm in the studio. Nigga just randomly sent me a beat. I get beats every day. I just happened to click that one. This shit was crazy. I was like,
right.
I recorded it. My engineer came and I was like, boom, this part right here, bro. I need guns right here. Boom, boom, boom. I was like, I need that right there, bro. He like, for real? Then I just dropped it. Like, I didn't get no cover made. If you go look at the original All Talk cover, I found the picture on YouTube. I mean, not on YouTube, on Google. I think I Googled talking too much or something like that, and I just found a picture that looked cool and just dropped it. Like the most random shit. That's what I'm saying. You can't think too much about this shit. You just gotta do. So I ain't really put no thought behind it. I had fun with it, and I just dropped that motherfucker.
Awesome. Yeah. And then coming from there into your new track with, Moneybag Yo, Take Keith, how did this collaboration come about? And what do you want to say kind of about this song? Because this song to me it's one of those songs that came out at the right time of summer. Everybody's coming out, everybody's starting to be able to go out a little bit more, have a little bit more fun. And what is this song gonna be for them?
Oh, that song, my manager put that in motion. Tricky, shout out Tricky. He put that shit in motion. Me and Take Keith, like, for real, I recorded that when I was shopping for deals and shit like that. Like, I had like at least 20-something label meetings in 2 to 3 weeks. Like, I be telling niggas that they be like, what the fuck? Like, they was flying me everywhere. Like, within 2 3 weeks, I'm flying LA, San Francisco, New York, Florida, back in Atlanta. I'm just going crazy. And when I had a meeting with Atlantic, shout out Dallas Mark, because he like had something to do with that. He like, I want to see you do this shit. Like, it's like he was testing me for real. Like, can you do this right now on the spot? We was up in Atlanta, and he first beat he played. So he pushed play. I said, ain't no point in playing it. Load it up. I don't do that next beat shit. You cut a beat on, nigga, load it up. So he loaded it up. I just went in there, did my thing, boom, went crazy with that. Kept it in the vault right quick, and my manager was like, who you hear on here? I was like, Moneybag, probably fuck that shit up. Let's send it to him, see if he want to fuck with it. And he did his thing on that bit.
That's awesome. And that's, one thing that I think doesn't get enough credit within this industry is people knowing how to not just get the opportunities, but how to go full force with that opportunity. I mean, from stuff that I've done just as a photographer and doing these type of interviews, when you get that opportunity to they're going to put that beat out, or they're going to give you this opportunity to shoot this show, like, that's when you have to, like you said, you don't need to hear it, you don't need to process, like, you just got to go. And if you're good, you're good, and it's gonna get seen by others. So I think not only just him being the one in your mind, but him realizing that you came in, just went at it, and then he saw that as well. So now I want to jump into the heart of this, which is our quarantine questions. The first question I want to ask you is, it goes back to one of your old interviews, so shout out to the hot seat. Are you still good at bowling?
I don't know. I feel like I'm good at everything. No cocky shit. I really feel like that. Like, if I'm not good at it, give me, like, I'm a gambler. So, right, we went bowling. Like, this random example. I'm good at shit when I want to be good at it, though. Like, I don't really be giving a fuck about bowling. So I went bowling in Miami with my man, Shay Merck, the producer from DC. It's 10 frames in bowling. Frames 1 through 9, I was hitting like 3-4 pins every throw. The 10th frame, I say, nigga, bet $200. I think it was like $200. I bet $200 I get a strike right now. Like, this nigga been hitting 5 pins and he want to bet me he gonna get a strike. He bet strike. Like, when I really want to be good at something, I'm gonna be good at it. All you gotta do is like size me up or some shit like that. Bowling, I feel like I'm good at everything.
Yeah. I feel the same way about like that betting mentality. If it's just bowling to bowl, like, and this is just me personally, but I can remember a similar story where we went out and I lost like 3 games in a row, but then they were like, let's like, loser of this one buys drinks. Man, now I'm winning. Like, now I'm winning.
We was going bowling every Tuesday, like, and betting money, like, every throw, who can hit the most pins every throw. That's when I go crazy or something like that. You gotta bet me for me to be. I'm not gonna just do it just to do it. Like, it's pointless. Right. I need some money.
Right. So the next question I have for you is, which artist has been heavily on your playlist during quarantine? Like, what's the number one that you've been listening to?
For real, damn. I've been fucking with my boy. I've been listening to a lot of Moneybag. I've been listening to a lot of Lil Baby. I've been listening to my boy, my man Doe Beezy. Shout out Doe Boy. For real, That's it. Whoever drops shit, that's fire. That's why I'm listening. I'm listening to all DMV artists, for real. Motherfucking Cute Fool, Wale, Shaq, Glizzy. I'm listening to all shit like that.
Absolutely, yeah. And the latest from Lil Baby was insane. Like that came out.
Oh, Baby, a cool nigga. Like I got a chance to chop it up with him. I fuck with bro. He be on some cool shit.
Absolutely. So, being in quarantine, it forces a lot of people to, be a little bit more alone. Like you're not going out as much. You're being alone by yourself more often. And that can kind of tend people to get a little weirder. So what's one thing during quarantine that maybe you've like caught yourself doing that you thought like for me personally, I make a lot of weird faces. And sometimes like if I'm listening to a song, I'll make a weird face. And I'll just like catch myself in a reflection and be like, man, that's odd. Like what's one thing that you kind of caught yourself and thought like, what am I doing right now?
I don't know. I went and got like my feet done. Like got like, what's that shit?
Pedicure?
Manicure, pedicure. I don't know which one it is. They did my feet. I was like, this some cool shit. I'm in there doing it. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm from the hood. Like, I'm from the streets. Fuck, I'm doing getting my feet and shit, massage and shit like this. But I like that shit though. I fuck with that.
Yeah, I recently realized that doing like facial scrubs, those like
that too. That's what I'm saying. I was doing all that. Like my little style, I was doing all that shit. Facials, little, I don't know what the fuck.
Little strips, yeah.
Little nasal joint, snatched it. I'm like, this shit weird.
Yep, I think about it every time I do that. I'm always like, what am I doing right now? But also, I'm like, yeah, you know what? It feels good when I'm done. Like I'm not mad.
That's some cool shit right there. Niggas need to do that. You could be tough all you want. Go in there with them Koreans, let them play with your feet. I bet you go back.
Absolutely, man. So another big thing going on right now is diets for a lot of people. Especially earlier on in the year, but like everybody's got their I'm gonna get my beach body diet, this diet, everything else. But quarantine wiped that out for a lot of people. So what's one thing during quarantine that you either can't get enough of, or one food that you've ate way too much of?
Listen, I just I don't go grocery shopping. I get that shit delivered. I ordered about 10 salmons. I live by myself. I eat. That's when I signed and moved in here by myself and shit like that, I had to learn how to cook. Salmon was like the easiest shit. Salmon and lamb. That's all I eat. That's the only thing I cook in my house. So I eat too much salmon and too much lamb. But all that little beach body shit, fuck it. Never cared about it. Never wanted to be no big strong nigga. All these little strong niggas, pointless. All them muscles for nothing. To still curry you. You could be as strong as you want. You're getting blown up. Like, it's pointless. I'm gonna keep my little goo-wop belly and I'm gonna do my thing.
Absolutely, man. Hey, salmon is nice and it's quick. It's you can get it, 10, 15 minutes. You got
put mashed potatoes. I don't cut potato. I put them things in the micro. Everything go in the micro, not the salmon. I throw that thing in. I get the mashed potatoes, microwave, get the macaroni cheese, microwave, or throw it on the stove top.
Yep.
Ain't nobody don't cook, don't worry about it. Look, all you little people in here, you're not gonna cook for me. Don't worry about how I eat.
Absolutely. 2020, it's been one of probably the most stressful years for a lot of people in their lives. Between quarantine, right, and between all the stuff, and now we have an election coming up this year. It's everything coming all at once. So what's something that you found though through all the stress that kind of helps you decompress and recharge?
My Xbox. That always been my Xbox has saved a lot of people. That always been like my little what I go to calm me down. Like if I wasn't on my Xbox, I'd be outside doing something I don't need to be doing or some shit like that. So I feel like my Xbox definitely calmed me down and kept me out the way.
Yeah, and what's top 3 games you play?
Right now, what the fuck we be playing? Call of Duty, 2K, and Madden. I'm in the little Madden league with like a couple little NBA players and shit like that. Quinn Cook started a Madden league and added me to that. So yeah, that should be fun. Madden probably my #1 game though.
That's what for me. I would say Madden. I play a lot of Overwatch too, but Madden's definitely up there for me.
What the hell is Overwatch?
So, oh man. Okay, so I'm gonna hit you up after this because if you haven't played this, it's like Call of Duty except you got a bunch of different monsters. So it's you got capture the flag,
Shit
you
like
got
that,
this,
I
but
can't get with it.
no.
It's like it gotta be real life games for me to play it. Like Fortnite. Like, all right, boom, I downloaded Fortnite when it first came out, and I'm playing it, and I'm about to win the game. I'm in like it's like 2 niggas left, it's me and somebody else. So I see the dude creeping behind a bush. I shoot at him. He built a house.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, he built a house to the sky and shot me like from like way up. I was like, yep, delete.
Yep,
Never
I
played
couldn't.
Fortnite ever since.
I was the same way. I played a couple of matches of Fortnite, and I was like, nope, this one's not for me.
I played one match, came in second place, and quit that shit. Uninstalled it. My nephew just came down. I just flew my nephew here from DC. You know, I want V-Bucks. I want to play Fortnite. He just downloaded Fortnite on my Xbox. As soon as he left, I deleted that shit. Like, I don't even want to see this game on my system. Like, this is not for me.
Yep. All right. Well, hey, the last thing that we kind of do here is we always go through and just kind of scroll through the fans. So if you want to scroll through the questions with me too, if you see anything that pops out to you or anything that you want to answer, and then we'll kind of go from there.
But you scrolled all the way to the top.
Yeah, so you can scroll through, just kind of see if there's any questions that you personally want to answer.
Say how you working on an album. Just told like the album is done for everything is done. Like I'm just lining my shit up so it drop. Like I'm just setting shit up. Like you can't brush shit. You can't just boom album. You gotta lead up to it. Like I just gave y'all the Moneybag joint today. I got another joint that went to Atlanta and shot the video for. I just shot 3 videos in Atlanta last week. I just shot another video 2 days ago in Miami. So it's like I'm just getting shit ready for an album, working on everything. We always working.
Okay. Yeah, and you said you had 3 videos down in Atlanta that you just shot?
3 videos in Atlanta.
That's gonna be a lot of content coming then, huh?
You said what?
I said you got a lot of content coming then. It should be real good.
All I do is make music, bro. Like I make music and play my game. I ain't in like the streets or none of that stupid shit no more. Like not stupid shit, cause niggas still gotta get their money how you get the street shit. But like I stay away from the streets as much as I can now, cause I know what come with that shit, and I don't ever wanna. Like it's always when you not in the streets, you always got the niggas like, damn, bro, you don't come to the hood no more and shit like that. I don't give a fuck about none of that. You can say what you want, man. My bills is paid for the rest of the year. My mother get whatever she want. Like my bank account got digits I never would think I'd see in my life in there. Like 6 digits in my bank. Like, come on. I don't care about shit like that. But then you got the niggas who, like, I got rapper men who's still in the hood who need to get the fuck out the hood. So, like, I just had a talk with, like, Big Flock the other day. One of the biggest artists in the DMV. Like, he loved the hood. And I'm like, bro, you bigger than the hood, bro. Something happened in the hood right now, you get caught up, motherfuckers gonna be like, why the fuck is he in the hood? Like, you the biggest artist around here, why the fuck are you still in the hood? So it's always gonna be motherfuckers. No matter what you do, it's gonna be somebody with an opinion. You just gotta learn to not give a fuck about nothing they say. Motherfuckers say anything, don't care.
Absolutely, and I think that's important to to be able to, like, I can't speak to that at all. In all honesty, I mean I've never experienced that lifestyle. I grew up in a farm in the middle of nowhere in Wisconsin, so it's a much different thing. But to your point of being yourself and having your own opinion, talking to people is different than just following whatever they say. You're always following what somebody else says. You're never gonna be able to be your own person, to have the life that you want to have, because you're going to be focused on what they want you to have.
Facts. Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah, so the last thing I kind of wanted to do here for you was to just open it up to yourself, let everybody know, you know, what you got coming in the future. Talk to them if you got merch to promote, if you have anything to promote right now, just kind of talk to the fan.
Man, coming up, I got that shit coming up. That's all I can tell them. I don't like me. I never tell niggas what I'm doing. I never ever. It just happened. Like I ain't tell nobody had a like even this motherfucker. I'm back now. Y'all can see me?
Yep, you're back.
Shit
Keep calling.
This shit don't never stop ringing, bro. Motherfuckers see you on live and just keep calling. But I tell people what I'm doing. I just do it. Like even with the Moneybag joint, nobody knew what's happening until it happened. Unless you was like really in my close circle with friends, nobody never know what I'm doing. I don't like telling people my moves. So all y'all do, just stick around, just watch. Y'all see whatever happens.
Absolutely, man.
I'm real sneaky too. I'm sneaky, man. Sneaky, man. I got songs with all your favorite artists. Motherfuckers you would have never expect me to work with. I got songs with them. R&B niggas, rap niggas, songs with them.
Yeah, and I think, you know, there's something that can be said about you know, doing it that way and keeping people captivated. Because if you're always telling people that this is coming up, then everybody's just going to tune in for that day and just wait for that. Otherwise, they got to keep their eyes on you to know what's really going on.
And then you never know, something could happen. Like, then boom, I can't drop this day. This happened. So I'm not even going to get y'all hopes up. Just pay attention. It's coming.
Absolutely. Well, hey, man, I just want to say thanks again for sitting down with us tonight. I'm glad you made it through that catastrophe that started the whole thing.
Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, I mean, we just had a storm roll through here yesterday too. Nothing compared to what you had there, but I'm glad you made it safe. And
serious. This shit was just 10 minutes of rain, then it stopped, and it was a flood in 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's crazy how fast it happens down there in Miami. And you know, one of the craziest things that's happened recently, you know, with everything with the live music shutting down. Do you have any plans? I guess this is kind of going off just a little bit on this, but do you have any plans for? I know people have been doing a lot of different styles of live music, whether it's IG concerts, whether it's in cars. Have you seen anything like that?
Bro, whatever they like, I'm the most simplest artist to have on your roster, bro. The label call me or my manager call me or anybody call me like, this what you gonna do? I just do it. Like, they ain't tell me I had an interview to like 2 hours ago. I was eating dinner. Like, all right, let me go home and do this. But whatever need to be done, I do it. Like, whatever the people want, if my team with that shit, it's gonna happen. Like,
yeah. Awesome, man. Well, I'm looking forward to what you got coming up next. You know, I'm looking forward to seeing these videos drop. Like I said, again, thanks for just chopping it up with us. And when everything kind of gets back to normal, hopefully you'll swing up to the cold Minnesota snow up here, and we can catch you here.
Minnesota.
Yeah, it's chilly, but yeah, I'll jump on the plane.
Minnesota.
Yeah. All right, man. Well, have a good night.
You too, bro. Appreciate you.